Okay, you're live.
Alrighty, let's call the meeting to order. Get started. First, we'll start with approval of the minutes of the last meeting.
Make a motion to the last meeting.
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approve accounts payable vouchers.
I will make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, patrons concern. 3-minute time limit per patron. Mr. Bass?
Oh, okay. We got an issue with the dog, with a lady with a dog, and I brought a copy of the law for Warwick County and the state of Indiana, if anybody'd like to see it.
Okay.
She's walking her dog through the neighborhood without a leash, letting it crap in people's yards and in the churchyard. That's the worst part, is the churchyard up there, because they have kids out there playing all the time, like Sunday school and stuff like that. So we know what they're rolling around in the grass in.
Great.
And I talked to her, tried to be nice to her, and got cussed out. And I know the sheriff's, the deputies talked to her at least one time. She walked her dog on a leash about 3 times after that, and then it's back to no leash. The dog chases cars. When you go past her house, it runs out in the road. It tried to bite me on my motorcycle one day, and I kicked at it, and then she tried to spurt me with a water hose while I was riding by on my motorcycle. So.
Is there any of this on video so we can watch?
I've got some on
Precious.
video, yes. Not the water hose part, because I was busy trying to keep from wrecking my motorcycle.
Is there anything that the town can do about that? I mean, we've never had this before, so I don't know.
Well, we don't have no leash law here. The thing of it is, when I heard about it, I thought it was just your house and a church. But I thought the dog was on a leash.
I've got pictures.
What did the sheriff tell you?
Shit, he went down and spent 30 minutes talking to her. Said the dog has to be on a leash. And it states right here in the Warwick County law that it's got to be, when off the properties, it's got to be on animal must be on a leash less than 6 feet in length. The owner must maintain physical control of the animal, not allow it to go more than 3 feet away from it. That's the county law.
And she's aware of that and doesn't
Oh,
care.
yeah. She is aware of it.
And they can't enforce it?
But they gotta catch her. You know, by the time they get here, she's already back on her property. But it also says, it says that when it's on the property, there's supposed to be a fence around the property to contain the dog, or it's gotta be on a leash while it's on her property. She doesn't do that, runs loose, and when you drive by, it runs out and chases you.
A lot of dogs around this town. I can go in and over here. My dog's on a leash, you know, I mean, not too many people around here that doesn't have their dogs on leash.
She's about the only one I see up in our area. There's 2 or 3 people walk their dogs up there. She's the only one that doesn't use a leash.
I think, like at your house, you need to put no trespassing sign. If you ever catch her and the dog up, or get a picture and take it to the sheriff's office. Here, I did this. She go control her dog. And see what they tell you. And what I would do, you went to the sheriff, or did you go to the?
There was a deputy sitting in the parking lot up there, the day the dog tried to bite me on the motorcycle, so I went and talked to him. And he went right down and talked to me.
How about the dog picture?
I've tried that and left messages and got no response. You can't talk to a live person when you call animal control. It's all messages.
That's the same way when I had to call the doctor. I guess the only dog pound now goes down there, Van Railway, to another book.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, Warwick County Humane Society on Main Road, that's the only one I know of.
I would,
I personally know the dog catcher, she carries a phone.
yeah, but there used to be one up there, France, they're not there anymore like that. I would go to,
Oh, animal control, I'll have my dog.
who I call and tell them what it's doing, how much a motorcycle. Of course, that woman, she's like, well, you go up the other way.
That's what she said. Instead of coming around by her house,
So you
to go up the other way.
You shouldn't have to.
No, I should be able to take it any way I want to. I live up there.
Yeah,
So,
I
Gary,
walk that
did
way.
I just hear you say that you can help him out with this? Okay.
Easiest thing to do is if that dog's loose on your property running through, call 911 or call dispatch. They will dispatch out animal control.
But you're gonna make a couple phone calls and get him some help.
Yeah, and I've got pictures. If they need evidence, I got pictures.
instead of,
Is
I
it
mean,
a,
if the,
is it a
you
big,
get
like,
a camera.
vicious dog? I mean, is it
No, but
It's
I
an
mean,
annoying dog.
it's bigger than an ankle biter. I mean, it could hurt you if you got a hold of it.
Well, I was just
And it is
wondering about the danger.
It is an aggressive dog. Because, some kids come around on a golf cart one day and the dog almost come up on the golf cart with them, chasing them, trying to
I
bite them.
think that's the same dog that tried to attack Lisa Wyatt and 2 or 3 other people that were on a side by side
Yep.
driving around.
Yep.
And
Well, they get that after shooting too.
Little red dog, some kind of a terrier mix, but yeah, it's real aggressive.
well, Gary says he can help you out with
Okay,
that,
I
so,
appreciate that.
all right. So do you have anything else?
Hope that's it.
You're welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting.
Yeah, like I say, if I can.
Sure. Okay, do we have any more patrons' concerns? Mainstream,
We've got on the chin.
do what? Okay,
Tell us you got good news for us.
We've got good news. So I'm Steve Miller. I was here before a couple of months ago. I'm now the engineering supervisor for Main Street. So we went through everything with Centerpoint on the poles. Last we spoke, we were waiting on all that information. And then, we had explained that a lot of what our final plan was going to be dependent on what Centerpoint came back to us. Unfortunately, they came back with us that there were a lot of poles that we could not attach to. So with that, we pulled plats for the town, basically. And we did have to design a lot of underground, which I know that was not the route we were hoping to go.
It's not the first thing that come up, it's all supposed to be on hold,
Right,
only board on the tracks.
correct. However, again, we were unable to get to the poles. Again, Centerpoint, it's their poles. So we have redesigned it. There's a significant amount of underground. There is some aerial along West Oak. So we did keep all of those poles. Now, I know a lot of the other concern was, from what I understood, a lot of new asphalt and new paving.
yeah, it's less than a year old.
Right.
Going under the roads is not a good option.
So, I've just brought the plans with me as well, if you folks can take a look at that. We did minimize the road crossings. As far as underground, I think there are maybe 3. With those, obviously, we want to know what sort of restoration you folks will require so that we can uphold that. As far as alongside the road, we are designed for within 2 feet of right of way and staying 48 inches at least under. So we should not have any impact as far as settling goes to impact the roads. So on the few road crossings, we're willing to work with you folks, see what your restoration requirements are going to be, and do everything we can to meet that so that we don't destroy roads.
Like he said, if there is any kind of settle or anything, will you guys like sign something saying that you would come back and fix that?
So my government affairs, Mike Wilson, I think I emailed something to somebody this morning. Was you? Okay. Sorry, I couldn't remember who it was that I spoke to this morning. I've included him. Any of those kind of questions as far as signing something, he would be the person to speak to. I don't want to speak for our government affairs folks, but as far as construction engineering goes, we've done everything we can to minimize any impact with your folks.
Do you foresee that there would be a lot of?
What roads are we talking about?
The roads you're talking about, so forgive me, I don't have the names off the top of my head,
So it's
but
all in town here, all these, that was,
so for underground, we have West Cherry Street. We have one crossing just straight across Perigo. Another crossing on Indiana and Perigo. And then a crossing on West Cherry behind the houses that sit between Indiana and Central. We'd actually cross there, but go straight behind the houses.
You have to go to all these people and get easements to across their yards.
We have right of way on the flats. Your other underground was along Paget and North Church, and then a small bit of West Oaks. And I did send this plan over as well. But folks want to take a look at that. Went ahead and brought a copy.
What's the timeline when this will start?
So as soon as we have all of our permits and construction teams, it's now their tremendous build. So I would imagine as far as the timeline to get it constructed, it'd be very quick. As far as when you would expect to see the trucks, I don't have that schedule with me.
No, what I'm asking is, we've dealt with Spectrum. Spectrum's put in tons of fiber up around that area. They pothole every service line, every water line to see where they're at, and they stay at least 2 foot away from it. Is that something that could be possible on this, instead of just, we've had other mainstreams, had other people come in and bore, and it was like, they might as well put blinders on and just put it in the ground and hope for the best.
Those old crews are no longer with us. Right? Matter of fact, the construction leadership team is completely new. We do call in our locates. We do want to work and partner up with the local utilities, making sure that we have a safe, clean build that impacts the existing utilities as little as possible.
But if we can get a commitment saying that they will pothole, find everything, find the lines before they put any kind of pipe in the ground.
Because with all this boring we've had in the last year,
Sure.
we've been hit a ton.
I understand.
We understand things happen.
Sure.
Our customers are blaming us.
No, absolutely. And I fully understand that. Like I said, I'll be glad to talk to Mike, let him know, hey, these are the things that we're looking for, right? Something about the settling for the road, the restoration, great. And potholing every so many feet.
Or maybe after we get this, maybe you can have a meeting with me and him, and maybe Kathy or the other board members, so we can actually sit down and look a little bit more in depth.
Yeah, like I said, I've sent a copy. So if you folks have that, take a look at it. She has Mike's email address. He's over our government affairs team. He's available and on board to answer whatever questions he can. So we make this as smooth a process as possible. We understand last time was rough, right? We acknowledge that. This time, we're a much better company. We're a much better construction organization. We want to be really good partners, but we want to be even better neighbors. So,
How come they didn't have the ducks in order before they were coming?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
How come they didn't have their ducks in order before they were coming?
I can't speak to that.
Because when the first guy come here to tell us that they're just born onto the tracks. And then everything's gonna be in the air and down.
Well,
I'm totally against the boring under the road because our asphalt isn't even a year old yet.
That they
That
should
just
have
makes me sick.
had that all in rolling before they crossed.
I'm-
Don't get me wrong, I'm hooked, man. I don't care. But it's all changing here since you got started, right?
and that's why I wanted to come up and say, this is what we had. And when the last time we spoke,
I think it was 2 years ago, we more on the track out here. But they come up and they told us, on the board, they get that done, and they're working on other lines. to
I
get done
don't
there.
think that was Main Street that did this.
I know, but they're the ones that did it, but they didn't have the ducks in a row. Because everything was supposed to be down the poles, over the road track.
There was Spectrum that poured under the tracks just last year.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with Main Street. That was
Main
Spectrum
Street
because
was
that was
mostly
Marco
the
Underground
young
Utilities that did it, and that was
And
This
they
is not mainstream, born with the track right down there by the.
No, they're only on like 161 right now, the main road.
61. There's nothing to
But the first time Mainstream was here, they had talked about putting that power box down there at the end of Heidi Fisher's place,
Yeah.
and nothing's ever been done there. That's the only time that Mainstream came in and talked to us, and it was all supposed to be aerial from there.
So you're saying already, it's already through, main road on the town.
Yeah.
That did go onto the track.
Through Main
I
Street?
don't know that plan.
Main Street stuff, that's where Cherry Street.
And that's what I just said.
Yeah.
He said it's going to go onto the track, so if they get over the track, it's all went to the post and went down. I mean, I got paper somewhere at home where everything's already set up and now, as it says, Vector is changing around. So it doesn't adapt.
Mainstream, we've seen them put on the poles on the main drag here because they hooked into this pole and then was able to put a pole on our property and then run us.
See, but they were going to have to
Can
pull
you
out there
not
on the track.
put your own poles and go aerial?
We looked at that option, the NDSC guidelines, it wasn't a fit. I didn't look though. I was pushing everything I could because I remember our last conversation where we want to keep them in the air as much as possible. And yeah, with the NDSC guidelines, there's holes on both sides of the road. There's no place for us to-
Is there a reason they won't, like, you can't piggyback off their poles that are going to
Right. Yeah, a lot of poles
That's
were
their
do not
poles, they
attach.
say yes or no.
A lot of poles were do not attach. A lot of poles, were financially just not viable. Right, and those were some things that we talked about last time I was here, right? We'll make every effort.
Yeah, I understand.
Unfortunately, on this one, we came up short. We did keep all of the poles along West Oak, that we could. I think it was 11 poles. Really shortened up the amount of boring that we would have on West Oak. But the rest of it, yeah, it is an underground solution that we're able to come up with.
So it wouldn't be any cutting, tearing up of the road, it'd be boring under.
Correct. Yeah, we would actually look at doing a core bore, to have a minimal impact on the road.
Yeah, if they put the right tube, they won't
Correct.
fall.
Correct.
That's the main thing, you know, and
Yes,
a
sir.
lot of, anytime they do the bore, they have the right stuff so it don't fall, just like we
It's
do
just the water sewer.
If we bore under, it, you know, it's not gonna fall, that's the main thing, the right casing.
Yes.
I would say to get everything ready, it's up to these two, that I think you need to bring it back to us. I'd like to guarantee that where they go through, there's damages that have to be taken care of.
I can get with, Mike Wilson from our government affairs team.
But it's up to these two here now.
Maybe if he's available, he can come to a board meeting and talk to us.
I'll be glad to send that over to him and see if that's something he's able to do. I think he's out in Fort Wayne, so.
Yeah, I think that would be a big part of it.
What do you think, Kevin?
I'm totally against boring under the road, but I'm willing to sit through Mr. Wilson's presentation and all like that. But I'm just dead set against boring under those streets. It takes us forever to get the money saved up to redo the streets. And like I said, it's not even been on the ground hardly a year.
If they go
Maybe you guys
south.
need to talk to Mike Phillips too. I mean, their legal team can talk to our legal team about, I mean, I think that would be, you know, better be safe than sorry, because, you know, maybe he can come up with some type of agreement with them.
So we're covered and, yeah. I
In
think
other words, we need to talk to our attorney.
Yes.
All right, I make a motion, we talk to the attorney about it. And he'll probably get with you and go from that.
And I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right. Thank you, folks.
Thank
If
you.
you want to keep that, you can.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't even know where we're at. Oh, new
Paper
business.
concern we just finished.
Water and Soil Conservation is going to remove the dead trees at the park at their expense. And so,
I said, huh?
there's been some conservation kids down at the park 3 or 4 times over the summer. And Susan King, who is on that board, called me up and asked me about having the meetings at the park and this, and they learn all about conservation and identifying trees and all like that. And she noticed that some of the trees are dead. So the county is gonna come up here and cut down those dead trees and do away with them. And then they want to plant some trees in its place for the ones that they've taken down.
I don't see anything wrong with that, do you?
I think it's pretty good.
If we need any back, if they take ones out, there's plenty of trees down there.
Really need a parking demo trees.
Maybe pickleball courts.
I don't
love
like
that.
it.
Not in a big field, I mean, it's
I
got,
think something, basketball court or something.
I mean, if they're gonna take down the dead trees. they're gonna
There's only
move
one or two dead trees down there. Dying trees. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's that
I
many
don't think they
either,
need
but
to plant nothing
it's
for that.
It'd be
something,
nice
One
to
less
have one
tree
that's
has to mow
leaning
around.
towards the road though, if that one goes, because that's
You
just.
know,
as
That's
well.
that's gonna
technically,
come
that's
down
a state
soon.
That's a state.
well, and she used to live here, and she's pleased as punch with the park, even more pleased that we have let them come down there and do their little things down there and everything, so.
But there
She's-
is two next to the shelter house that I would like to see go.
Well, that's something that we would need to talk to them
And
about.
they
and-
said a lot of those trees have diseases too.
Yeah.
That are going to just kill it. And if we don't take them down, then it's gonna spread to
But
all
then
the
you
trees that
kind of
don't
left would
have
be the
yet.
ones close to the shelter house. But anyway, it's at no cost to us. So, and it's a learning experience for the kids, you know, to identify a dead, diseased tree or whatever. So I said, okay.
You made that motion?
Do what?
Did you make that motion?
No, she asked me about it and I said I didn't have a problem with it and I would ask you guys and see what you say.
I don't know.
And they
Okay.
wanna make a motion to approve them doing that?
I'll make a motion for the Stowe Conservation Club to come up here and take out our dead trees and remove the dead wood.
I second it. Motion, whatever.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
And that motion carries. Rock by the steps to the community center. Out here on this stairways that goes down, whenever it rains, rock gets all over the steps and all like that. So, it's been recommended that we put some riprap in there, and Matt is willing to do that.
I was wondering, you know that whole side of that, how it's all, like, basically that whole,
Thank
Can we
Keep
rip
the
wrap
whole
that whole
base.
bank and just keep it
that's
wrapping
what I'm
around?
wondering.
Cause it's washing out over here.
Yeah, that's what I
Not
was
anything more
thinking.
than what Matt can do in a day or two.
Well,
But
you can get a dump truck though, couldn't you? Couldn't you
We
use-
can get a loaded riprap, but you still gotta lay all that stuff.
Would you need like a retaining wall there though?
I don't know about retaining wall, but you can get some of that plastic stuff, keep the grass and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's a plastic.
So you basically talk about finishing the riprap, come all the way around the corner.
So, we need a motion as to whether or not we would like to see riprap out
Yeah,
there.
that's
I will
or
make a motion.
I'll second it.
Rip rap's not cheap.
All in favor?
Aye.
But I don't know how much
Motion
we're gonna
carries.
have to have.
Yeah, at least 2 or 3 loads,
How much?
2 or 3 loads.
What
And
kind of truck?
that one we got,
The dump truck.
we don't have a track, so
So how much is riprap?
I don't know what the
probably $300 to $400 a load.
The thing of it is,
Yeah.
if you're gonna get riprap, you gotta go to Rockport and get it.
Well, the thing of it is, we need to
Dale.
find out in the budget that she was,
Rockport's cheaper, comes in on the barge.
well, we have to see if we're getting how many loads we're gonna get, because she's gonna check the money and that.
Rip wrap?
You might
Do
have
We
what?
to
just bought some not too long ago.
Yeah,
You go
guys
to
bought
Rockport to
some
get
in
it, you're gonna need a new dump truck too.
April. It was $557. What would that April one have been for?
So,
For
how-
That was
filling
the
in
one up
at
around
the,
68.
so how much money how many loads can we expect to get?
I don't know, how many loads? do
I
you
would
think?
guess 3 minimal.
I mean, right now, if anything, it just needs to be along the steps where it's washing
So
out.
start with the area by the steps and see
Yes.
where the money's at and then
Yes.
make, okay, we can do that.
Everything's going down there.
If you're gonna get riprap, you need to find a spot to put it down there. Down there. And have them bring you a truck's load out of the quarry.
That just doubled the price.
And then you dump it down there, and then what you need, you bring up here. And what you don't use to get this finished, you've got it for if you're out on a job that the water's down in a bank.
Well, that's up on, that's utility superintendent report.
You know,
That's on-
and you have some down there for. That's the best thing, bring it out of the quarry. I can't think of the other people that up there Lanesville. Who has that truck for you?
Cape Horn?
Cape Horn? Could be, but they're cheaper than Moser. Moser rates theirs about every 3 months.
Well, can Moses, do they charge arm and leg? To
Unless,
deliver it?
unless it comes out of Florida, we do.
No, to deliver it.
We can get the price, we can call and see what it costs to get out of Ford.
All right.
See, it's just like, Lester's down there. All their stuff comes out of there. I used to, but those are cheaper, and they come in.
Number 92 or
No. Yeah, well, not yet, but yeah. It'll be the next quarter. Quarter next year.
good day.
Okay,
That's what I'll do.
so now we have do we have any old business? Moving on, clerk treasurer's report.
Where the county sent amendments to the Warwick County Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance, and it's just replacing the article with a grandfather clause. Talks about two-family dwellings. And the prior approval of two-family dwelling duplexes in R2 district, which has been continuously used for that purpose under Article 5 of the Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance for Warwick County to remain valid. Those prior two-family dwellings duplexes are deemed grandfathered and shall be exempt from the requirement to rezone the property. It doesn't really have a lot to do with us, because
Right.
no duplexes,
Right.
two-family dwellings, which that might be one.
What's those down?
That's the only one I can think of over there. But he would be grandfathered in, so he would have to,
Right.
but they want you guys to sign them. Make a motion to approve it and sign it.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the amendment to the Ward County zoning ordinance.
Second there.
All in favor? Motion carries. Now it's time
Oh, I
for,
have one more thing. I forgot to put on the agenda. We need to, if possible, change the meeting date in December.
See what?
Change the meeting date in December. Right now it's December 17th, and my nephew's graduating from the Law Enforcement Academy in Plainfield, and I do not want to miss it.
I'll be going.
you ain't going nowhere.
If anything, move it, we usually do a Wednesday. If we can just move it to Thursday.
Okay, what day?
But I'm not gonna miss that.
So it's
You said
December.
December?
Yeah, right now it's December 17th. I'd like to move it to the
You
18th.
don't want to run that.
Okay,
Make most of it on 18th of December.
I'll second that.
You just have to remind me.
All in favor?
Alright.
Motion carries. Now it's time for the utility report.
Well, I've got quotes for that road cutter for the mini.
For the what?
The excavator to do the lagoons and these ditches. So I've got them.
Are you gonna do all this work?
Just about him and be done.
I think it ought to be a joint
This,
effort.
this is, no, they all say Huff. One of these is Huff in Evansville, one of these Huff in Waynesburg, one of these is Huff in.
What are we buying here?
Keep in mind, it's a Bobcat, you have to go with the Bobcat cutter.
There's Bobcat.
These are two quotes that I got online that are way more than what my lowest one on that is. Those are all independently owned, three different.
See what you do there, the most things out there, the ponds. Down
This
there,
ditch out here,
down there where
down
the
here.
grass is tall, that you go along and cut it.
Do we have $6,000 to buy this with, Sarah?
She said,
Well, the majority of it can come out of mowing, but then some of it we can take out of sewer. So, but if we have the mowing done, I can do it out of
that's
mowing.
gonna be doing a lot of work up the sewer
Yes,
anyway.
you're fine in mowing.
Okay. So we're gonna entertain a motion to purchase this rotary
I
cutter.
make most of the purchases, because they're gonna need it.
Okay.
I second that.
Actually, you could take some out of water too, because some of them have fire hydrants and stuff. You trans around.
They'll be flittering around hydrants.
All right, all in favor,
Alright.
and the motion
How much
carries.
was the rotary cutter?
5,900.
That's the one from Evansville.
Yes.
And the mini is due for its service too. It hadn't been serviced since I've been here. So that's a separate thing. It needs to be done before we start running
And
that
we've
kind of
always
hour.
taken, it's always been serviced
Yes,
up
yes,
there.
we can, that's fine. We can get it done up there, but
Okay.
that's another.
Okay, anything else from the utility board?
I had three things. First thing, the 62 project is done. We signed off on it, completed today, and we sent in the rest of the money.
Oh, great.
That was a pretty big job. Second thing is I'm needing some riprap also. I have exposed water lines in the ditch past Grove Pond Road, past the bridge in the farmer's field. And there's also an exposed line up on 68 in our deep.
This has been waiting on farmer fields.
And just now they start shelling up on 68 today. And I'm probably looking at 2 or 3 triaxle loads per. If I'd like to be able to take some of that asphalt, pack it around it, and then put riprap on top.
Well, I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna have one.
It's gonna keep it from freezing in the winter.
Well, and it's probably already hot enough together.
Come up.
You go again on that red flag. You gotta have it up for our dump truck to haul it up there.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying, you almost need to be able to load it from here and take it up there, if you gotta have that many trucks to load truck. Then, you know,
But if we use some asphalt, we can limit to probably one load of our truck of riprap to put over top of it to keep it for
Keep that stuff.
roads away. But the one up on 68, it's a big culvert that's washed out.
covered.
The culvert's just huge, it's pushing all the, it's making a, what used to be a ditch.
Sit in the bank and knock it off there.
The culvert cut the ditch out 3 to 4 foot deeper than water lines.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say, but trucks loaded, that, and then bring out the quarry, come down, we have to haul it up there.
It was cheaper that way.
You wouldn't do it. What do you think?
Right.
Okay,
I got one more thing, if you guys vote on that, if you have to.
okay. I'll make a motion that we get the riprap that you need to fix.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carries.
Last thing, December 2nd through the 4th, AWWA's putting on a conference at French Lake. I don't know if I get permission to go.
No,
It's about water audits, water loss, and update on maintenance.
Is that on the weekend or during the week?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But it is hours too.
See,
Yeah, it's 10.
would it be nice to find another? I don't have a problem with that. So I'll make a motion that you be allowed to go.
And you're gonna stay in a hotel, right?
Yes,
Oh, no.
I'm gonna send you all the information.
Sleep in your car.
take the camera.
So who made that motion? You did? You did, she second?
No.
All right, all in favor of Gary going to this conference? Motion carries.
Oh, and are you, what about the quotes for down there?
I've got one
Did
quote
he send
here
you some?
I texted you earlier.
You got a quote for
No,
mine?
I keep the guy to do it.
for the shed down
I
here.
called 5 people and I think I've got 1 response.
Great.
Just right on there who didn't,
Got me?
got and brought one.
More than twice.
So I didn't know he was bonded.
Talking about putting the ridge cap back on?
Yeah,
Well-
the wood underneath is
It's
rotten. so
rotten
there's
wood
nothing
that's
to screw
in
it to.
place.
So anyway, we have one quote, and it is for $285.
We have the other one from Gottman too.
I don't see it.
Good with
I
that.
told him 300.
Yeah, because I texted you today and asked you, I said, you got the quote?
Here it
You got a
is.
response.
Here,
I don't need to see that.
His quote
You
is
have to sign it.
$750.
I can't understand that part there. Oh,
Because you done a lot more, because I actually talked to Gottman.
yeah, he was gonna put the ridge cap on.
Yeah, and I told this guy, use what was the remaining stuff there, put new boards where the rotting ones were, We didn't want to rebuild everything, we just want to fix what's broken. I don't know what got in the quote.
You quoted the ridge cap and the 2x4s.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2x4, we used existing steel, just put it back.
I thought you said it's cold. I thought you said it was cold now.
So I'm not holding.
I thought you said there was a cold there.
No, just 2x4.
No, the boards that go across
Yeah.
There's nothing that the things can nail to.
Who's the cheapest?
well, Hope was, but Jeremy his bid includes the 2x4s and the ridge cap.
A new ridge cap?
Yes, this guy just did the,
That
2x4s.
might have been my
And
mistake,
they're
I
putting
told
the
that guy.
current cap back into place.
yeah, and he's gonna reuse the cap, so Jeremy's,
When I talked to Jeremy, I told him to either go new, because I didn't think that was salvageable.
okay. So what do we do now?
We probably
Well-
need to contact that Greg and see if we just put new.
Jeremy's gonna put a new ridge cap on it, I think that's the way to go.
Well, it's $750.
Oh,
And this
This
is
is big
285.
Do you
With
want
no
me to
ridge cap.
contact that
But
Coke
putting the old
guy
one back
and get a different quote with ridge cap?
that's what I'd do,
Okay. And then whoever's cheapest, go with them?
that's what I'd do too.
Okay, you wanna make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we
Some of that was supposed
give
to-
Jeremy another option to correct his estimate,
You mean that Hope guy?
Okay.
Hope guy, and we will go with whichever one is cheapest whenever you get those numbers back.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Guess we should have discussed that before.
Yeah.
Two different people talking.
Yeah.
Okay, so does anybody else have any other business?
We're supposed to be last night.
You got anything?
You guys have anything else?
No.
Rocky? No? Okay, I'm gonna call for a motion for the meeting to be adjourned.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We
Motion carries.
Only freaking one.
Who was that?
I guess over on North Line.